Hi there. Welcome back to Barg's Inventory. I'm a bargain hunter slash collector, and this is my haul. This is my inventory. And on this episode, we are featuring the MS-14A Gelgoog. But before that, I would just like to update everybody that today is March 29, 2020. It's a Sunday here in the Philippines. And as of this afternoon, there are 1,418 confirmed COVID-19 cases. The Department of Health is updating its backlog on the samples they've received, and they're aggressively testing all the samples they have. On March 25, it was 636, and now it's 1,418. I would just like to remind everybody that as much as possible, we abide by the enhanced community quarantine guidelines that have been set, practice social distancing if we have to go out, prepare the necessary equipment, particularly face masks if you need to, observe coughing etiquette, observe sneezing etiquette, keep on boosting your immune system, reinforcing it with proper health habits so that you can fight it off better. This stuff that we observe, if we can do this, will go a long way for our frontliners, particularly in the hospitals, where our doctors, nurses, even their maintenance crew are stretched too thin. So if we can stay healthy, it would really go a long way. So I would just like to ask everybody to stay safe and stay healthy. And with that, we are going to proceed with the review. So first off, we are going to check the box that he came in with. So I'm just going to move him back a bit over there. And at the front of the box, you have a big product shot. Actually, it's a big paint job of the Gelgoog, the MS-14A Gelgoog. And it says at the front, MS-14A Gelgoog. There's also some Japanese characters here. Okay, Bandai 2008, made in China. Okay, at the top of the box, same thing. Mobile Suit in Action. It's part of the MSA series. MS-14A Gelgoog, Extended Mobile Suit in Action. And of course, over here at the flap, MS-14A. On this side of the box, a cool product shot, or a diorama of the Gelgoog. And of course, Mobile Suit in Action, MS-14A Gelgoog. On this side of the box, it's Extended Mobile Suit in Action, MS-14A Gelgoog. At the bottom of the box, yep, no price. Warning, choking hazard. Small parts, not for children under 3 years. Bandai, again, and lots of Japanese characters. And at the back of the box, of course, you have your product shots. You have the Gelgoog standing straight here with his beam weapon. The shield mounted at the back and a closed fist over there. Right here, you have him with the shield and the beam weapon firing off in a what you call this, in a shooting pose. Here you have him with the shield mounted up and with the double beam sabers. Here, I don't know if you can see it clearly. It has the beam saber version over here that can be replaced with these ones, with these sickle-like versions over here. And here, the accessories are laid out, not too clearly, but don't worry, I'll lay them out for you so that you can see them clearer. Again, this is the diorama, the product shot of the Gelgoog, along with this Gundam right here, the RX-78, the one with the double bazookas over here. Don't know if you can see that clearly. There. And then I'd like you to check this one out. Ta-da! More product shots of the Gelgoog. Here you see he has closed fists, front view, side view, back view. You see that? there is a part here that you can attach to the back that helps you mount the handle for the beam sabers. And already here you get an idea of his posability. Look at that. He can bend his arms way over there like that, twist his waist, full knee bend. The visor, the cursor on his visor, yeah, it can be, what you call this, adjusted from left to right. There is a lever here at the back of his head for that. And that's pretty much for the box. Now let us proceed with the Gelgoog. Here's the Gelgoog. I prefer this particular beam weapon for this particular beam saber for him. It's a double sickle, I think. At least that's what I call it. I like to mount the shield on the back and have him holding his beam weapon over here. You see that? Now, I'm going to lay out all of his accessories so that you can get a closer look at those guys, okay? There you go. As you can see, these are all of the accessories right here. He has one handle for the two types of beam sabers. You have this sickle-shaped beam saber here. It can be mounted on both ends over here, like that. And then you can spin it around, you know, for melee battles. He also has two regular beam sabers here. Again, it can be mounted on this one. It can either be a sword, like this one, or if you so choose, a spear, or a lance, just like that of Darth Maul. See that? It's in transparent blue, which I like, by the way. But I prefer, of course, these sickle versions here. This one I prefer to pose him with. Now, he has a shield. It has a peg here that can be mounted on his back. It has a grip here for a more secure hold on the shield when you're posing him. And this is, of course, his beam rifle over here. A little pink on the scope here. There you go. It's a very simple beam rifle. But still, not bad. I think this is carton accurate. Now, he has a lot of interchangeable hands and grips. This is the one that he comes in with. These are the closed fists. Of course, these are for the punching actions, if his hand is not holding anything. And like I said, look at the detail that they put into this. There you go. See that? So that the dramatic battle poses are even cooler. He has two open hands like this. It looks like they're about to grab something for the left and the right, just like with the closed fists. There, you see? Interchangeable hands make for cool battle poses. You can have him posing something even more dramatic on the diorama. This is only one. This is the most opened hand that he has right here. See that? It's more like he's gesturing for them to stop. We can put that on later. These, I think, these are the grips for the shield. So you have the left and the right over here. See that? Because there are also grips for the sword. This is the grip for the sword. This is on the left hand. The right, for the right hand. This is for the left hand over here. The trigger fingers This one. This is for the left hand. This is on the right hand here. Like I said, I normally place a trigger finger here and then a grip here, so that it's easier for me to pose him. So he has two beam saber grips, two trigger fingers. The trigger finger, actually trigger fingers, as you can see here, there are two fingers that are allotted for the trigger. There. They insert straight into this one, into this trigger finger slot over here. I'm going to try and get as much of these in the battle poses in the diorama later. Okay? Now, let's get closer to the Gelgoog and see his color scheme and his posability. Okay, I'm just going to clear everything out here so that we don't get distracted by the accessories. Okay, now, for the Gelgoog, the color scheme is a basic gray and green. The limbs are gray. You can't really tell, but the joints are darker. It's a darker shade of gray in the joints here. This is the head. The head has a visor, has a cursor. I don't know if we can actually get that. There, I think we can make that out. That little pink cursor over there. Yeah, that's the one. It can stay in place, or you can have it go left and right if you want. The torso is in green. There. Torso is in green. The limbs are in gray. The head is in gray. You have a darker shade of gray here. I think this one's black. And here, this is what I like. The boosters are in silver over here. See that? They also have boosters here, right below his, this flap on his leg. See that? And look at the detail they put into it. That is so cool. Making this even more realistic for his motions and for his battle poses. Okay. I don't know if we could actually see me moving the cursor. Let me see. There. Anyway, there is a lever here. See that? That one right there. That little thing that's sticking out right there. That enables you to move the cursor left to right, or if you want to adjust it to the center. Now, let's check out his posability. The head is on a ball joint. It can look up. Yeah, it can look up. It can look down. And it can go 360. There is nothing getting in the way of that motion. Okay. Now, the arms can go all the way up here. Like that. See that? That's how high it can go. This thing was designed specifically for that. See the additional joints they put in here? Just to make him go all the way like that. The shoulders, they rotate, but you have to brace this one so that it doesn't get damaged or doesn't get compromised. So it can go 360. There. 360 on the shoulders. Right below the shoulders, it can also spin 360. Elbow, it has full elbow bend. Double joint here on the elbow. And the wrists are interchangeable. The hands are interchangeable, so you have wrist rotation. Some slight movement there, up and down over here. The legs, they can kick up that high at the front. They can go this much at the back. Right there. That's about it. It has a full knee bend. It wasn't for this flap. Yeah, see? Double joint there, full knee bend. The feet, they have ankle tiltage. so you can get those nice A stance poses. Same thing for this one. Raise your arms, or raise it up. You can actually do that. Raise his arm way up there. Full elbow bend. And of course the rotation on the shoulders. The rotation below the shoulders. Full elbow bend. Right here. Oh, the waist. We forgot the waist. The waist can do a 360. There. And he has some ab crunch. Whoops. This panel keeps popping off. Maybe I just need to glue it. Or just leave it as is. He has some ab crunch. A little ab crunch over there. See? Yeah. 360 on the waist. Legs are on a ball joint. And of course, the full knee bend. I mean, if it wasn't for this one. As you can see, you can do a full knee bend. So posability wise, you can do a whole lot of poses with this guy. You can even include the cursor in his visor so that you can get a better effect. Sometimes I like to put it here in the extreme left or right just to make it look like he is surveying the area. Okay, now I'm going to mount up the weapons on this guy, okay? There you go. I have him mounted up with the shield at the back again and the beam rifle over here. And of course, I changed it up to a regular beam saber over here. Size comparison with the other mobile suits that I have already reviewed. This is how he stacks up with the Ale. He's bigger, by the way. I think that's cartoon accurate because he is bigger than the Gundam. And this is the RX-78. The one with the Gatler. There you go. Now, don't they look cool? I mean, right? Now, we've already compared them with the Siege Line Deluxe class. So, I mean, it's pretty obvious that they're still bigger compared to this guy. So, I got a Battle Master instead, just to give them a little edge. This is how tall a Battle Master is. This is Fire Drive. Yeah, he's like half their size. Yeah, right over there. He's like a cute little mobile suit. But of course, he does transform and he has battle effects. Okay. Now, let's get him on the diorama with the different battle poses. Okay. Just a moment. There you go. I have him like holding it like it's a lance. See that? I use the open palm here, just like he's getting his bearings and waiting to throw that lance. So let's get a good view of him from all sides in his battle pose. And I like to maintain the shield mounted on his back. There you go. He's stable. And that battle pose is quite cool. Okay, we got another one coming. There you go. I have him with the shield in place and the beam weapon aimed at an incoming enemy. And I also put that little device there, that little accessory there that enables him to hold the beam saber behind him. The beam saber handle. So that if he loses his beam weapon, he has an alternative. Check out the boosters here sticking out, right? Cool, isn't it? He's got so many interchangeable hands and his movement is so wide. You can pose him in anything and he's really, really stable. Cool. Get another one. There you go. Check that out. He's actually able to hold it like that. See? So the shield is mounted at the back and I got this double sickle thing going on for him. It's like he just activated it. And he's going to face off in a melee battle with the Gundam. Or the gun cannon. Or whatever mobile suit was active during that series where the Gelgoog came in. And he's so cool to look at. So many interchangeable hands. They are, by the way, a pain to put on, but once you get them on and you get them into that battle pose, it's really cool. There. Okay, got another one. Ta-da! There you go. How about that? Like a kamikaze slash on the RX-78 wielding that Gatling gun. Really, really cool. Like I said, the wide range of motion on this guy is so cool. It's a pain to get those interchangeable hands in, but when you get them in that battle pose, it's all worth it. Well, that's pretty much it. If you like this video, please click like, please click subscribe, and I'll see you again with another inventory review. Okay, bye!